instead of grabbing it in front of you. Error shit here from our opponent, so cast is nice and big. Wait, extra big over here. Alright. We can make some demons over here. Oh, and then next turn, I have 3, 6, 7. I could go demon into Spider-Man. And grab an 8 off the top. Real clean here. Get Spider-Man Noir. Oh, does he not get excited anymore? Did they get rid of his animation? Oh, I guess he doesn't count the demon that I just played out. Weird, I thought he did. Why didn't they witch the Valhalla? Because they're gonna kill Cassandra with a tech card. God damn it, Spider-Man. A stick. I think I need to play for all three. What do we think? Do they have an Agatha? Why would they move Spider-Punk? No lane they're not contesting. Weird. Weird. Victory. We have bested metagame powerhouse Spider-Man 2099. Thoughts on Chamber? Best card to release this week. Very competitive due to drop. Has put ramp decks very firmly back on the map. Check out my daily uploads channel for a couple of Chamber decks, and check out the Hoglandia stamp channel for a roundup of decks on all the new cards. I wouldn't be surprised if Erisham did behind-the-scenes math to give you cards that have synergy more often. Well, first, conspiratorial dipshit, the two cards my opponent had synergy with there were a hub card and an Erisham card, so wrong. But also, seek help. You need it. The tinfoil hat is cutting off circulation from your brain. There's enough reasons to hate Erishim without inventing any. Mood. Mood! That's the real God's honest truth right there. There's enough reasons to hate Erishim without inventing any. Alright, they have a 2/7 Agent Venom. Quantum and bigger Quantum. They are kinda, aren't they? So I have 6 total cost worth of stuff in play right now. Do I play Agent Venom this turn so I can Spider-Man Noir next turn? I think so. Noir goes off base cost, not current. That is accurate. 50% to be gore. How would you advise between getting Superior Spider-Man or Luna Snow first? You should get Luna Snow and it's not close. Luna Snow is the best in class 6 energy or 3 energy accelerant. Superior Spider-Man's a good playable card, but Luna is tops. Should you Nico destroy Bast? So there's only 2 cards in my deck, and I'm drawing one next turn. Azodem, thank you for the entire year of support. Let's get you a moderator sword to go with that subscriber shield. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Unfortunately, we are cooked to a tech card. That one doesn't count. GG. Beep, beep, beep. The opponent's Wiccan Texlop deck with Victoria hand stuff is one of the better performing in the early metrics we scrolled through this morning, believe it or not. All the folks that told you the interactive cards in Marvel Snap were made too terrible, they were wrong. They just weren't good enough to keep playing them. Or good enough to figure out the optimal combination. Playing a bunch of interactive stuff is still very reasonable and competitive. Thanks for the content. My YouTube recap says you're my most visited channel. Thanks for dropping by on the Twitch side to help keep me around making stuff. Ironically, this deck really activates all the effects of Noir frequently. Yeah, absolutely. And this was the kind of deck, so I think I was less low on Spider-Man Noir than a lot of other people when he released. And the key to making him feel fine is that he needs to go in decks like this one where you're like not going out of your way to enable his effect, but like you incidentally have it with some consistency. I was a bit surprised Victoria Hand was not touched yesterday. You keep her name out of your fucking mouth. Is that a timeout? That should be a timeout, probably. Victoria Hand wasn't nerfed yesterday. These gamers. Leave Brittany alone. I don't even know if I want to be drawing a card. I guess I do. I guess I do. This is just awkward. In a world where Shadow King has a 20% play rate, you dare ask for a Victoria Hand nerf. I mean, to be fair, the Victoria Hand decks do play Shadow King. Oh, is my opponent just doing the fill your locations mission? Would appear to be the case. The person who posted the Airship conspiracy just sent me 2 paragraphs via DM letting me know I should be nicer to them. Please never come back. Fuck off. No, I do not intend to be nicer to people posting batshit stupid conspiracy theories in my chat. You are not smart and you do not deserve consideration. It is very, very important that you have a zero tolerance for batshit stupid conspiracy theories among reasonable people, because letting that type of shit thrive is how you end up with people believing like QAnon type shit. Google flat earth to QAnon pipeline if you think harmless conspiracy theories are actually harmless. And for reference, their harmless conspiracy theory was Second Dinner secretly has Airship programmed to give people cards that work well together. It's just like, Second Dinner has so many things that they need to spend development time on. Why would they spend dev time on something like that? It's so mind-numbingly stupid. And here's the thing too, right? Is like, their message complaining to me is like, they were polite when they presented their conspiracy theory. And the idea that you're supposed to tolerate anything because the person wasn't rude. And this is, people get upset with me for not being more polite. But if you have a bigger problem with me being rude or crude when I make an important point, but you'll tolerate people posting batshit insane stuff, but they say please and thank you while they do it, like, you're part of the problem. You should care more about the contents of what's being said than whether or not it said please and thank you, or I called someone an idiot or a jagoff. That very pretend politeness, and how we're supposed to everything's supposed to be polite, and that's the most important thing. Our cards are gonna schmoove around here. Our deck's not a terrible limbo deck. All right, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, and this will be 8. So if I Agent Venom this turn, I can Spider-Man Noir next turn. Sounds fine. Is it just you, or does Cosmic Ghost Rider crash the game consistently? I have not experienced Cosmic Ghost Rider related crashes, but I do know you're definitely not the only person having stability issues with the current client. Hood was honestly on the low end of our hits, I think. And it's still great here, yeah?
I am Iron Man.
We are well poised to go over the top of this Mr. Negative deck with their limp draw. Oh, wait, are they Living Tribunal? They might be Living Tribunal. Okay, so they're Tribunal. So if they play Tribunal left, it's 36 more. So that's 36, 68, 70, 72. 72 divided by 3 is 24. And they could maybe add a little bit more past that. Order! Order in the cart! I'm not on a line, you're on a line! There Hogland goes, counting again.
The mystery intrigues me.
Look at this, look at this! Dirty, no good, rotten cheater. Doing math and stuff to win his video game. What a game for nerds. Gotta count and stuff. When will second dinner ban math, chat? We need to get rid of it. People get banned for counting cards, Jeff. That's true, you know. Just the facts with Phantom Peeper on the YouTube side. Ooh, that's actually kind of a tough choice. I think it's just Warlock. I want to start drawing cards. Getting 6 power Nico has some appeal. Thanks. Thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate it. I've been playing the ramp deck from yesterday with Legion over Hydro-Man. I've won a few games with Legion so far. Yeah, Legion's a really good card. 10 out of 10 out of 10. You'll win plenty of games with him. Five cards left in their deck. I think it's this. I think it's this. I need to try and build 2 big paths again.
I am Iron Man.
Opponent snapped.
I still want to play Marvel Retreat. We might be cooked here.
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
Oh, the tribunal math is messy this time. Okay, so it's still 4x. So that goes... Then they're going to get another 16. So they're going to get 36 and 16 is 52. So that's 107. 107 cut by 3 is 35 everywhere. So we are... Are we dead? How big is this in the middle? Not quite enough? Probably not enough. This is 2, 4, 6, 8. So this would be 9. This is my biggest. This would be 9, 17. Yeah, I'm only 20 in the center. All right, I'll go again. Next. We're winning the right, but I can't get big enough for the center. They could have also had free stuff for Mr. Negative. Yeah, that's true.
Snap.
Yeah, exactly 36 minutes. Yeah, if they said any more points, though, is the problem. Could have had a 0 in there. I definitely miscounted for the record. I think even if we count correctly, we're probably still supposed to dip. My surge is pretty good for them. Good agent venom for us, though. A lot of great hits.
Opponent snapped.
This is probably better for them than us, but I don't want to play 800 games. Let's just make this the last one. We probably could have done that the last one if we got to 36 in the middle. I've got 2 Bastard Iron Men, though, so... Giddy up, cowboy. Oh. Ha! Alright, this matchup's unwinnable. Got it. Okay, so I definitely should have taken the risk in the previous game, because if they're on Super Scroll, we're like close to 0%. And this is one of those instances where like Conquest is markedly worse than the latter, because like if someone's playing this tech card and they snap appropriately, they're just like beating us 100% of the time, right? So you can't just like retreat for one cube. You got to lose the whole match because they have their polarizingly strong one. That's just how it be. You take your lump and go next. None of these are super exciting. If you're in my Hoaglandia Alliance, if you could log in and clear some of these three, that would be great. We are going to play some more Spider-Man Noir, but we got to take a brief pause for the cause to let some adverts roll. Appreciate everybody hanging out today. Don't go anywhere. We've got Wade Wilson releasing later this afternoon, and we've got some other OTA things to explore. In the meantime, in between time, don't go anywhere. If you're watching on the YouTube side, you enjoy the content, make sure you tap the like button. How do you know what it is? What's it called? These missing entry ones, I believe, are play end of turn cards. So we're playing Adam Warlock here, so we can grab those for now. We're gonna fill my water bottle real quick. I'm almost out. Has Jeff played this deck on screen? Yeah, we're about halfway through a set with it, Irby. This Iron Man Bass Spice Rack pile is very reasonable, and you definitely don't need Spider-Man Noir for it. Just so we're clear. We played a different build that was playing like Mysterio and Blue Marvel as a game plan instead of Gore stuff, and it was pretty solid also. It's in my backlog of things to highlight at some point. We're gonna post as a highlight at some point. I've actually got over 1,200 people in here between Twitch and YouTube. Not bad for a Friday morning. Friday morning playing my favorite dead game. Hey, Nightmare. One of the real Twitch MVPs. 3 months subscribed, first time chatter dropping by a live one. Thanks for always dropping off the support, even if you can't catch them while I'm here live all the time. Metal Gear, thanks for the 29 months. Good morning, good morning. Nowhere, not incredible for us, but Gore can play for that lane later, potentially. Do. Feel like I want to spread my cards out because they're probably a dagger deck. Magic. Oh, this is Jace. Jace is just playing all the variants that they have that I don't. Jace, I got what's her name? I got the magic or the dagger variant in my shop. Thank you very much. Showing off their free-to-play variants. I haven't felt incentivized to push for a variant on the whale track in a long time, but the magic is definitely dangling in front of me. Second nowhere lane is problematic for us. Not great. Not great for the home team. Okay. Was that randomly generated? Oh, it must have been randomly generated from, yeah, from what Limbo was. On to the next. On to the next. Rude. I like Chambers patterns, but I'm missing quite a few of the good 5 drops. Is it still worth it? It really just depends on if you think you have a core to be able to play with it. Like take a look at your collection and put together what you think your chamber deck would look like. We're vibing on this for now, since we could draw Bast or Nico could roll into a way to clear the body. You're missing Iron Patriot. Honestly, Iron Patriot's probably more important than the 5s for Chamber. Man, that's a tough choice. I think it's Agent Venom, but it's close. It's safe to assume that Lunasto is integral to Chamber stuff. Yeah, I think that's accurate. Lunasto is just a very good card in general. Is it crazy to do nothing this turn? That's gotta be nuts, yeah. I'm staying. Do I want to play Sage this turn? So if I don't play Sage this turn, I could go Gore for 6 next turn, and then Mystique Sage Demon on the last turn to not have to trigger the Red Hulk a 3rd time. I think I let the Red Hulk grow. And then we won't let it grow again the following turn. And Bast is an interesting draw because Bast gives me the choice to add 2 to both of my Gores now. Okay. I think it's this to keep the Red Hulk from growing, and then next turn I have Red Hulk Bast, or Red Hulk Warlock. Hopefully we top deck Surge. I guess we can top deck Bast and Iron Man too, or Agent Venom and Iron Man too. So Iron Man middle is more than Red Hulk middle, and I can Iron Man with Bast and this to stop the Red Hulk from growing and still get this on reveal into play for my cores, so it seems good. Opponent kind of threw with magic. I mean, I think we were in a good spot. I think we were in a good spot even without the extra turn. That blob ate Infinite. Oh, it did, didn't it? Look at that. That's cute.
I am Iron Man.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. And even if Bruce had gotten angry here, he was -1, so they'd only tie the center.
Victory. Snap.
Are our palms sweaty, or did we misclick? Because if they legitimately thought they were beating, I guess maybe they thought I couldn't spend my extra energy. I guess is fair. Feels weird, man. Lovely. Three, 4, 5, 7, and then next turn we go Demon Spider-Man. Load up the left tier. I don't know that we're gonna have a good line to win one of the other two lanes, though, unfortunately. Should have the left lock down. Magic's good for us again. I guess she means that I'm full on the right. Maybe that's not good for us. We just gotta get our 50-50 to top deck Mystique, yeah. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So they have to put 7 points on the right that don't die to a Tuma while also adding 20 something to the left. The limbos definitely worked out very cleanly for us this set. We are a deck that's not playing Magic, but can definitely take advantage of her extra turn when it's offered. $16 power Nico, nothing to scoff at on the left either. Shout out to Spider-Man Noir. Spider-Man Noir cares about the cost of the cards when they were in your deck editor. So modifications from things like Zabu or Surge, etc. do not count. They're an Infinite deck. That blob could have won the center. Could have hit a medium one and then a bigger one. Oh, I forgot to grab a second mission. Play 4 costs, play 2 costs. Lovely. I've played too much Magic the Gathering to think it's the simplest answer. Well, it cares about converted mana cost then, right? The CMC, the number in the corner. Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb don't care what you paid for it. Cares about the number on the table.
Opponent snapped. Snap.
I think I'll take a 4 power Nico. Sounds fine. CMC, it's mana value now. I mean, mana value is a cleaner term for that. Oh, my Nico is about to be well cooked, chat. Deader than dead.
I want the throne. Great power comes.
And the Spider-Man hit the thing. Are we done here? I think we're done here.
Escaped.
Nuclear Ninja. This will be a nuclear in Hoaglandia for the last 2/3 of a year. Welcome back.
Oh, snap. Opponent snapped.
If I had a nickel for every time Jeff explained base cost versus activate, I'd have a 5,000 nickels. Sounds accurate, honestly. Maybe a little bit low. Hello? Are we still doing deck submissions on certain days of the week? I mean, I'd basically take a $10 deck submission any day of the week. I haven't really been plugging deck submissions because one of the many recession indicators in the United States right now is on the last couple of times I put deck submissions up for a donation, we didn't really get many. So I haven't been doing that, and I've just been finding things myself. But yeah, anytime you want to throw a tenner at me, feel free. Lovely. Do I just play Spider-Man Noir here? I think I do, yeah? BJ Forget. That is a lot of gifted subs. Thank you for the 10. I really appreciate that. Speaking of 10, good old Rock. Nothing beats Rock, chat. It's a big Rock. It's got 10. Ha ha ha. Or for people that missed it, they reworked Spider-Man Noir yesterday. He always gives the top card of your deck 8 power. He just only puts it into play for free if he just only puts it into play for free if you're cost match. This beats Infinite Mid, yeah? The Gore ends up at 17, and then the Doombot adds 5. I could turn the Doom into a demon, making it +1, but that gives Gore -2. I think that's not worth. Great. GG about it. Our 10 power rock was not quite enough. Man, what a UI. I opened my YouTube studio to check something really quick. Get tips for success on YouTube. Sign up for the shopping boot camp. There's no way to click past this without clicking apply now. There, I refreshed the browser page once and it's still there. Must be a really successful thing that a lot of people want to do if you gotta design your UI that way. Definitely a thing people must be chomping at the bit to get involved with. Best apply, Hogland, or else. Oh, so I could actually skip turn 3 and then have Spider-Man Noir active on 4. Says local man about to flip up Savage Lands on the right. Okay, I accept. Google went off the deep end from where they started. I mean, unironically, after the company took do no evil out of their motto, it went downhill, unsurprisingly, yes. Is Cosmic Ghost Rider still used in a lot of decks? He's less used than he once was, but still a very playable card. Deafening Chord has diversified that type of slot a bit. They haven't been to Swarm yet, right? Do you think they can beat me center? So I'm doing this. It's just a question of am I playing here or here? And then where's Nico going, right? So like I could do this, and then I go to 34 on the left. This is probably fine, right? It like hedges all my bets. Why didn't Power Man discard last turn? You have to be winning Power Man's location in order for him to discard. They were not winning the right.
You won't need this anymore.
All right, cooked. I really like a lot of the tempo-focused designs they've done in recent memory that care about whether or not you're winning the location, where you get like this good effect, but you have to construct your deck in a way to leverage it early. Galactus first step, Zombie Power Man, Terrax. All very reasonable and sweet designs in my experience. Yeah, Galactus First Steps has grown on me a lot. It's definitely the most interesting of the big dumb sixes. It's still a big dumb six, but I've grown to have more appreciation of it. The location design has been A+ for most of the last year. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like we talk a lot about how they hit kind of their balance stride with card designs. I think they definitely hit their balance stride with locations as well. They've done a good job of locations that like encourage you to play to them, but without like demanding it outright, leading to a lot of good decision making over the course of the game. Erishim into Loki on 1. Lovely. At least they lost the Age of Venom. It made it even better for them. Thanks, Sokovia. Was that an Agent Venom that was in their... That was an Agent Venom that was in their Erishim deck. And then that's the Loki Agent Venom. For fuck's sake. Oh, man. We're gonna do this, then we're gonna hope that Gore wins the lane and they don't have our Gore. Can you play some zombies? I saw someone on YouTube use Toxin to bounce the horde to hand and then have 2 hordes on board. So those are 2 different things you just asked me. Zombies is a good deck. However, zombies bouncing the horde is not remotely a good deck. Zombies bouncing the horde is a whole heck of a lot of work for a very mediocre payoff. And no, I don't intend to play any zombies today, for reference. There's not any cards that were updated in the OTA or Wade Wilson synergies to play with that. We're going to be playing OTA cards and then Wade Wilson later. And then, unfortunately, my opponent drew better than us in the mirror match that Loki generated, so we have died. Wade fishes up Clea assuredly. We can start there. How is Wade Wilson obtainable? Wade Wilson will be obtainable in the Grand Arena limited time game mode that goes live at the rollover today. I think my #1 pet peeve as a content creator from chatters is when a chatter writes a message and then I, as the content creator, do them the courtesy of articulate answer responding to their message, and then they post the same message again 2 minutes later, very clearly having missed my response to them. It's just like, if you're gonna take the time to write a message in a chat, like, at least do the creator the courtesy of, like, paying attention for the next, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes. If you expect them to actually answer it. Oh, such an annoying location. Short attention spans, not likely. TikTok has destroyed an entire generation, maybe more, honestly. I would expand that out to mobile devices. I don't think it's fair to expand it to mobile devices. I think the expansion past TikTok would be, it's explicitly scroll-based content. So the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the infinite scroll is the thing to blame. And TikTok is just like the most efficient infinite scroll engine, essentially. It is the infinite scroll engine that everybody else wants to replicate. Because it's so good at what it does. what are your thoughts on the Morgan nerf? I think asking a loaded question in bad faith like that gets you a 10-minute fucking timeout on my channel. I think you should keep your eyes peeled for the deck highlight uploaded tomorrow morning on the Hoagland or on the Jeff Hoagland channel, because there's gonna be a 3 energy Morgan deck that's quite good and fun. It's just like that kind of comment just does the classic gamer mindset, right? Like, there's only 2 types of cards, unplayable ones and ones that need to be nerfed. It's not possible for a change to make a card different. It has to make it strictly better or strictly worse. The idea that it's situationally better and situationally worse is just like not a consideration, because that doesn't farm rage. A leveled balanced response. This was fine. I don't know. Part of me almost thinks I preferred the old version of Spider-Man Noir, because like this deck is really pretty good at activating him when we play him. And now he's just 2 points of power less when I do that. I don't know. Maybe there's a different build of Spider-Man Noir, but like I'd played builds of this archetype close to this before they changed his text box. And I liked him in here before that. Yeah, sure. It's all the same when you Bast or Agent Venom it, but there's games where you don't do either of those things. I don't know. I think my takeaway is it felt like it was largely a non-change. I think in the games where he wasn't putting the card into play, he was almost never worth playing, I think is the takeaway for this deck at least. Like, yeah, maybe he's better in a build where you're like doing Brood and Mr. Sinister and like have lots of different better hits for that, but I'd kind of be surprised. The big takeaway from the first week playing him was that building a deck fully around his effect was just not good enough. Like, the numbers you were making were not impressive enough. And all of the handful of Noir decks that we played that felt reasonable looked like this, where he was a thing that you could trigger and was fine when you did, but he wasn't the focal point of the deck because he's not a powerful enough effect to warrant being the focal point of anything. I think is the takeaway. And I don't think his design change changed that. And I feel like on average it was probably a net negative. A lot of the time it was the same, because this deck is basting him or agent venoming him a lot of the time anyways. He's just 3 power. But in the games where we like, if we were playing him, he was putting the card into play, and when we did that and he had 4 power, he was worse than before. He did not seem like enough situations where it was like, oh, I'm just gonna play this as a 4/4 that sets my top card to 8. Like that doesn't seem like it's good enough a lot of the time. I don't know, I think this deck as a whole is reasonable. I think Bast, Agent Venom with Iron Man, and then Gore or Sage or some other backup plan is a reasonable deck. We played a few variations that are pretty competitive, and I think this is one of them, but I don't think the Spider-Man Noir change is like a standout thing that's adding power here. Would be my takeaway here after playing some games.